Most content creators feel that they need to get to a certain size audience before they can start and grow their income. They're afraid and they worry that they will never get to the point of making money because it can feel so far off. It can feel like it's really in your distant future. You may have experienced this yourself where you feel the pressure to really get to a certain audience size before you can decide to put yourself out there to bring in income. Or maybe you feel like you need to have a certain amount of content, or you need to get to a certain level before you decide to get paid for the work that you're doing. You may be in the place right now that you're being offered free products with brands, or maybe you are being underpaid and wondering if you'll ever get to the point where you can be paid for what you're doing. You're exhausted, you're feeling like you're getting nowhere, you're feeling overwhelmed, and you're feeling overworked. You want to actually work less, who doesn't, get paid more, and stop putting your dreams on hold, but you are really unsure. You have no clue where you should actually be starting. So it's time to change all of this, because most people believe the only way to increase their income is to concentrate on audience growth. They're thinking things like, the only thing I should be spending my time on is growing my audience, commenting on Instagram posts, and content creation. I'm spending my time on perfect captions, hashtags, and the thoughts that are running through their head are, do I really have what it takes to make this work? Is everyone else's content better than my content? And getting stuck in the comparison trap thinking. Did you know that most people who only concentrate on getting more followers actually have an engagement rate of 1%? And only a fraction of that 1%, only a fraction of that audience is actually taking action on their content. Plus, these people are spending like over 3 hours a day on social media. That is just not sustainable. So if that's you, the most important thing you can do right now is to actually switch your focus. Switch your focus from audience growth to raising your engagement rates. Implementing an engagement strategy is going to shift your focus and shift your results. And this is really the secret to increasing your income from the start. When you shift your focus from growth to engagement, there are 3 ways you can actually increase your income. So let's talk about these 3 ways. First, when you switch from numbers only to engagement growth, you're really going to be understanding your people. You're going to go from assuming you understand them to really understanding them, so you can offer them what they need. This is from content to brand partnerships to products to services that you may want to actually create for your audience. The second thing is your audience will actually connect with you more. You won't see those fluctuating numbers where you're getting 20 followers one day, 22 people unfollow you, and you're gonna see your people consume your content, which all leads to increasing your income and natural audience growth, which is what we all want, isn't it? You will actually understand what content really connects with your people. You're gonna be able to see what content is working, what content is resonating, and what your people really want to see from you, which is so incredibly important. When you switch to engagement over audience numbers, you're going to get them to start using and consuming your content right away. And number 3, and maybe the most important thing, is you make your people feel like they matter. You make your people feel heard. You make your people feel seen. When you're always striving for a bigger audience without any acknowledgement of your current audience, you are really missing a key factor to why you're doing this. If you have 100 people coming to hear you speak in a room, would you look out onto that audience and say, hey, you don't matter, I want to get in front of more people? Or would you focus on serving and delivering value to those 100 people? I think I know the answer to that question. I think you do too. The key to building your profit through engagement is by focusing on 3 things, on these 3 things, so you'll be able to build your income by knowing your audience and serving them up what they need and want. You can do this through brand partnerships, products, or services that align and connect with what they need. It truly doesn't matter if you have an audience of 100 people, 1,000 people, or 100,000 people. If you have no idea what they need help with, you're not going to be able to solve their problems. I see a lot of bloggers who are feeling overwhelmed. They're feeling frustrated and they're really on the brink of burnout like at any second. And they're trying to grow by using tactics and strategies that are old and honestly they're just not working anymore. The new way to run your digital influencer business is to shift from numbers to engagement. You have the option. You can refuse to make a change and you can continue to be on the brink of burnout and getting mediocre results, or you can set up the engagement system that you need to save you time, increase the money you're making monthly. So if you are on board, if you're on board for all this, for building your income, then click the link around this video and I will see you there, because this is going to help you make the shift from numbers to engagement. If you want to continue focusing on just growing your audience without serving your current audience and continue to having less than stellar results, then go ahead. But I really do not recommend this. If you are ready to start building a business off of impact, off of connection, and off of helping your people, then switch your focus and you are going to see it pay off. So click the link around the video and I'll see you on the other side.